I really, really hope that today I would be able to start this with walk with me, talk with me as I was taking my walk. However, I have been confined to my bedchambers these last 7 days with just the ugliest cold, just ugly. And I'm at the very, very tail end of it. And honestly, if it would have been nice out today, if it had been sunny and pretty, I would have at least attempted a short walk. But it is gross and ugly, and we've got that radiation fog thing happening. And ugh, no, no, I'm in. I'm still in. Um, oh, look, get a dog. um, I think she's probably climbing the walls too. We both, when I'm sick, she's down with me. So there's that. Um, I did, however, this has been like heavy on my mind because I took this time to go back over and watch all of my videos, the ones I posted and the ones that I didn't, because every one of them, well, except for maybe one or two, feel mm, off. Off. They don't feel like me. They feel, I don't know, off is the only word I can come up with. And while I was rewatching them last night, I figured out why they feel inauthentic. They don't sound like me to me. And I figured out why, and it is I'm so disturbed, uh, very disturbed. So I was once married to a man who liked control. And within a very short time after we were legally married, and understand, we dated for years before we moved in together. Even we were friends, and then we dated, and then we moved in together. I did everything right. um, Everything, premarital counseling, the whole 9 yards. But pretty early uh, into us being legally wed, I realized that there were a lot of things that I could no longer say or do or wear that I did before. These things were just no longer okay. And yes, is that a sign? Yes, absolutely, definitely signs. But bear in mind that this man had been my biggest cheerleader for years. Everything he did and said was truly, he he just worked so hard to build me up. And I gotta say, it didn't really occur to me after so many years that when he said something like, is that what you're wearing? Or uh, what's with you flirting with the waiter? Or whatever. I honestly took it as the man who loves me most in the world looking out for me, because what else could it possibly be? I'd known this man for years. Long story short, I started to, in my head, all the time, before anything came out of my mouth, in conversations with my ex-husband, edit. I would edit through everything before it came out of my mouth, because it was important that what I was saying not become a problem. And the longer we were married, the more subjects became problems. And so I got used to, and I did not even realize this. I didn't realize this until last night when I was rewatching all these videos, and I realized the reason there are these long pauses and I don't feel, it doesn't feel like me, it doesn't sound like me, is because I'm still editing every single thing I say before it comes out my mouth, even when I know what I want to say. And that is an ugly bad thing to have to deal with. So 5 years, it's been almost 5 years since my divorce, and I'm still coming across things that make me understand how changed I am from who I was. And so I'm working on it. This is my first video since I made that discovery, I guess you would call it. And I'm trying right now not to edit every single thing through my head, and it's still happening. I guess only continuing to do this is going to lessen that effect. And when I think, every time that I think to myself, God, this is bizarre and random, and why me? I also think to myself, I've been on this earth long enough that I know that there's no way that I'm the only woman going through this. I'm not the only person going through this. I'm not the only divorced person going through this, or out of a long-term marriage-like relationship going through this. Being controlled is ooh, might have to edit this out. Being controlled became such a small, it started out, sorry, as such a small thing, and it became an everyday way of life. And I did not get married at age 38, never having planned to ever get married, to give up and get divorced. And again, I did everything right. I did all the right things before I married this man. So I know that there are other people out there going through this same thing, and maybe it's not a billion of them, but they're out there. And hopefully I keep posting these kinds of things, and they get in front of the ear holes and the eye holes of people who've been where I've been. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to start, God, hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, God willing, getting back into my walks. Like I said, I'm at the very end of this cold, and hopefully the sun will come out tomorrow. I just pictured myself bursting into song, which would be horrible for you because I cannot sing. But yeah, tomorrow is another day, so